Are you who you say you are? Determining identity has never been more important to the security of our nation. Anonymity for an enemy is not an option. The Defense Forensics and Biometrics Agency, or DFBA, maintains the Department of Defense's authoritative biometric database used by all military services. It stores biometric data collected during military operations via direct enrollments or forensic analysis of material. DoD shares this data with its partners, allowing valuable identity information to immediately go to work protecting our homeland and interests.
Using biometric data, we've identified bomb makers trying to become police officers, transnational criminals attempting to penetrate our borders, terrorists trying to get travel visas.
It's a tool, great for identifying threats, but applicable to any task where you have to know with certainty who someone is.
Identity is usually linked to biographics, such as a name, address, or ID number, things that can be changed, faked, or shared. Common and false names enable criminals and terrorists to evade legacy background checks. Biometrics provides certainty. Fingerprint, iris pattern, face, DNA. These identifiers stay with an individual. This enables scientific linkage with forensics to tie individuals to their past activities. In November 2015, a foreign national applies for a visa to the United States. As part of this process, his fingerprints are collected and searched against government databases. The fingerprints are matched to a latent print collected in 2012 from improvised explosive device components in Afghanistan. This compelling connection to terror leads U.S. authorities to deny the individual a visa and place him on a biometric-enabled watch list. In 2017, a group is detained on the Texas border after being illegally smuggled into the country from Mexico. Their fingerprints are compared across FBI, Homeland Security, and Department of Defense databases. One matches the watch list, the same individual connected to the IED incident 5 years earlier. He is denied entry to the U.S., preventing a potential terror threat.
DoD first began applying forensics and biometrics to counter improvised explosive devices. Fragments often contained fingerprints that could be recorded and placed in our databases.
Years later, biometric data from Iraq and Afghanistan is still useful, especially when we share it with our partners, so that any of us can spot someone with a terrorist history. That infrastructure we've built for it makes a lot of other missions possible too.
DFBA's work on policy, technical standards, and other areas enables DoD Forensics and Biometrics to operate in concert with other U.S. government agencies and allies. A fingerprint found on terrorist material was matched to an Afghan whose biometrics had been enrolled the month before. The individual was placed on the biometric watch list. When U.S. forces encountered him 13 months later, he was captured and removed from the battlefield. A known criminal from Kosovo changed his name and traveled to Canada. When he attempted to cross into the United States, biometrics revealed his identity. Entry was denied. Multiple individuals in the United States have been matched to DoD biometric watch lists through existing law enforcement activities connecting them to past hostile or suspicious acts. These identifications are only possible by maintaining DoD's database and making its content discoverable by the appropriate agencies. Forensics and biometrics are the foundational capabilities that allow us to identify individuals and verify claimed identities with certainty. In addition to screening for threats, they permit new efficiencies. DoD is turning its experience managing identity information to its internal business functions. Biometric information is an invaluable tool for accountability and ensuring potential employees and contractors are free of prior terrorist or criminal histories.
Force protection and logical access control are important parts of our mission. As biometrics become more common, we're working to use it to secure our networks, screen our people, and maintain continuous evaluation of clearances. It helps us do our job better, but also keeps us safe.
As cyber threats, terror groups, criminals, and rogue states pose new challenges in a complex world, understanding individual identity will become more important than ever. Forensics and biometrics are vital to identity and fundamental to securing our nation.
To defeat our enemies, we must know who they are.
Checking identity through forensics and biometrics is critical to protecting our homeland and interests.
Our leaders must constantly ask important questions. Who are we hiring? Who are we doing business with? Who is a combatant? And who is leaving the battlefield to travel to our homeland? DFBA helps find the answers. We stand ready to deny the enemy anonymity.